Good morning, my awakened brothers and sisters. When I woke up this morning, getting ready to start on some of my writing projects, as you all know, I'm re releasing Wrong Daughter, Night of the Blood Moon, this coming solstice, December 21st. It's a magical realism tale. I decided to do it from a person point of view. The original was done through a third person point of view. Anyway, if you want to know more about that, I did an interview online, YouTube, somewhere. It's somewhere with an organization. Anyway, when I woke up, the song, the Ode to Billy Joel, kept playing in my head. Ode to Billy Joel was written and sung by the name of a woman, Bobby Gentry. She did this in 1967. If you don't know who Bobby Gentry is, very famous woman because of the Ode to Billy Joel. She won several Grammys. Please Google her. Last name spelled Gentry, Bobby Gentry, singer and writer. That song is a historical piece. It came out in 1967. I'm also working on a novel that's going to be a little bit of history, but I've also added some magical realism in it. 1967 was a big year. Many of us remember that's when the Vietnam War happened. President Lyndon B. Johnson sent in, I think, 45,000 troops into Vietnam, a war that people really now call, I believe, not a war. There's another term they use for it. And people have argued this for several years, even though the United States was involved in this war for many, many years. I call it a war. Anytime our folks have to go fight for this country anywhere, I think they called it a police action. I think that's the term they used. It's a call to war where we have to put our lives on the line for the man above us, the rich folks who don't go to war at all. Okay, let's just be real. And we know who that is. And by the way, for those of you who have sons, just get ready. They are going to be reinstituting the draft because they're not going to get people to fight in this U.S. war anymore because of the new administration and how they feel about veterans. Just want you to know that. And of course, some of their picks for the Pentagon, look them up. Their cabinet pick for the upcoming Pentagon, he doesn't believe that women should be in the war anyway. Women should not be in combat. Even though in Korea and other countries, women always fight in combat by choice. Okay. But, this country, and this is a point I'll be making with this particular song that I was listening to in my head called the Ode to Billy Joel. The discussion about this particular song over the years was about what Billy Joel and his girlfriend were throwing off the Tallahatchie Bridge. You'll have to hear this song. It's a beautiful song, beautiful tune, but there's words in that song that get most of us to thinking, but most of us focus on the wrong thing, is what Bobby Gentry was saying. She said the point of the story wasn't about what most people thought it was about. Apparently, Billy Joel and his girlfriend were throwing something off the Tallahatchie Bridge, Tallahatchie in Mississippi, throwing something off the bridge. She was seen doing that later when it was discovered that Billy Joel committed suicide. Okay. And then she spends her days now, at the end of the song, spends her days throwing flowers into the Tallahatchie Bridge. Billy Joel McAllis just jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Keeps coming in my head. Anyway, Bobby Gentry was saying that people were paying attention to the wrong thing. There's still some, I guess, ambiguity about what really happened. And she said that wasn't really the point. A lot of people were focusing on the wrong thing. For example, if Billy Joel actually committed suicide, no one really focused on that or why he would have committed suicide. It was more of a nonchalant kind of a conversation when Billy Joel's girlfriend was sitting at the dinner table on Sunday with Mama, and I believe it was the minister or the police or somebody came by just to say hey, and they mentioned that someone had seen her and Billy Joel throwing something on the Tallahatchie Bridge. And that confused them because Billy Joel had committed suicide. And they said that kind of nonchalantly. And the point of the story is that people over the years were focusing on the wrong thing. They didn't care that Billy Joel may have committed suicide. And why did he commit suicide? What was so wrong in his life that he committed suicide or felt he needed to? But everybody else just started focusing on what they perhaps threw off the Tallahatchie Bridge. We are focusing on the wrong thing right now in November 2024 post-election. We have people still trying to talk about why VP Harris lost the election. Damn it! When is it going to end? It's called distraction. Democrats, I'm not a Democrat, not a Republican, libertarian. I'm a true independent. And I got to say this about the Democrats. Damn it, you focus on the wrong thing. Damn it, VP Harris was not going to win the election, even if they had to rig it. This is not a country where they want women in charge. We call ourselves a democracy. That's bullshit. This is a country where men want to rule and continue to rule. And if they had their way, women would not even be in the workforce. We wouldn't even be playing in sports, nothing. And I'm not saying that as a hatred to men because I love men. I'm a heterosexual woman. And yes, I'm not going to say the word because kids might be listening to this. But anyway, I love everything about a man. But I'm just telling you, men rule this country. I don't care if they're white men, black men, Latino men, Asian men, Native American men. They're all male chauvinists. They think they rule and they want to rule. That's the way they were brought up. So we're focusing on the wrong thing. Kamala Harris was not going to win the fucking election. She was not. Even if she could have won, they wouldn't let her. Hillary Clinton, a white woman, wasn't going to win the election because they weren't going to let her. Even if they had to rig it with Russia, which they did it again. Okay? Please stop focusing on the fact that the VP lost the election. No, she didn't. It wouldn't have mattered. She could have had $5 billion, $25 billion. It wouldn't have mattered. They wouldn't have let her go in. They're not going to let a woman run this country unless the up-and-coming generation of Zs, millennials, alphas that are way in middle school right now, when they grow up, unless they have a shift in consciousness, folks, to get away from the brainwashing that we've all had in this fucking country, that men are in charge and women should just be in the fucking kitchen and having fucking babies. This is not Handmaid's Tale. It's not. So stop focusing on the wrong thing. It's not about why she lost. She wasn't going to win. Everybody knew it. Because they won't let a woman run this country, even though women have run other countries outside of the United States. This is why this is not a true democracy. A true democracy embraces everybody. I don't give a shit what your choice is. What color you are, what political walk of life you're in, what church you go to, what religion you study, what spirituality you belong to. It doesn't matter. Transgender or not, it doesn't matter. A democracy embraces everybody. This is not a fucking democracy. It's on the verge of fascism, and it always was. So that was my point when I listened to that song this morning and read the backstory, the ode to Billy Joel. Listen to the words. Read the backstory. Like Bobby Gentry said, people were focusing on the wrong thing. If Billy Joel actually committed suicide, why weren't people more heartfelt and wondering why this gentleman jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge? Did he have a mental health issue? You know, we don't give a damn about people in this country that have mental health problems, right? Did he have a mental health problem? Why did he commit suicide? And of course, it's speculation because that movie came out later, but it really wasn't based on the song, but kind of half-ass. And perhaps Billy Joel might have been gay, and that's why he committed suicide. Huh, okay, whatever. If that's the case, so fucking what? I'm not talking about fucking what, why he jumped off the bridge. If he was gay, so what? This is a democracy, right? He should be allowed to be gay, right? Wrong. So people, the awakened ones, stop the conversation. You can recount ballots, do all the recounts you want. She's not going to win. She wasn't meant to win. And I'll say it again. If nothing else, she's meant to be the fall guy for the fucking Democratic elections and the Democrats losing. Rather than Joe Biden. Which personally, he could have won it again. He could have won it again. And he may not have lasted the full term. So what? VP Harris would have been the president. Just because he stuttered. So fucking what? And you all fell in line with the Republican narrative about him being too fucking old. Fuck you two Democrats. Fuck you. Fuck the Republicans. Fuck all y'all. I don't believe in none of you. That's why I'm my own person. If I want to vote Republican, I can. Democrat, I can. Libertarian, I can. Independent, I can. Because I have my own mind. I don't drink the fucking Kool-Aid. And as far as I'm concerned, Democrats should know better than the fucking Republicans because, God dang it, you can't even develop the right narrative. I'm a communications person. It's about the story. And all you did was get rid of the old guy 3 months before the fucking election, and you expected a woman of color to win it. Are you fucking kidding me? Hillary Clinton could not win it, and she was a white woman, and she was blessed by the powers that be. Okay, so people, those of you who are awakened, the dumb idiots who are still picking apart why Kamala didn't fucking win, fuck them. Fuck them. Really? I don't even watch the news channels. Fuck them. You even got, I don't care what color you are. You're still talking about it. Let it go. Concentrate on the right thing. The right thing is to watch what they're doing now. The party that was elected because they were going to be elected because it was rigged are doing things to truly cement fascism. And don't tell me it's not going to take 4 years or it'll take longer. They've started this years ago when they stole the country from the indigenous people and laid down their white supremacy rules and brought in slaves. They started this years ago because they knew it was going to change with a diverse range of people. Because the bottom line is this: the world is turning into what we call goldenism or golden races. People are not pure white or pure black or anything, folks. I hate to say it. We came from the continent of Africa, even though those white folks that are supremacists don't want to admit it. Your ancestors came from there too. That's the oldest and original continent in the world as we know it. So stop focusing on the wrong thing. Keep your eyes open. Focus on what's going on right now.